Shalom, once again, Giants family. And on this afternoon, good morning or evening, whatever time of day this video finds you in, I bid you a shalom, shalom. We're talking about ways of cooking in a grid down situation. So as you can see, I do have natural gas as my range in my home. So if we should lose power, I should still be able to use my stovetop to prepare meals. But let's say we're in a serious grid down where we have had our infrastructure compromised, such as cyber attacks that knocks us off grid from being able to use our gas as well as our power, electricity. So we're going to talk about ways of cooking when you're in a for real SHTF situation, okay? Or situationship, if you choose to call it whatever you want. So let's move on. All right, so my conventional cook stove, gas cook stove here is not working because we've been hit by a cyber attack, okay? So the least way that I'm going to bring up today would be chafing dishes. You can use a chafing dish such as this, like this, and this can be, you pop the lid on this, hit it with a fire. Let me go ahead and show that. Okay, harder than I thought to get the thing off. 1 second, Zions family. All right, so this is made with the gel. I would also just take just a match. Is it that? Okay, so you take a match and you would just simply light it like so. And you can put this under a chafing dish and use it for cooking. Let me see if I can turn one of these lights down so that you can see that it is lit. Give me 1 second, family. Turn these under counter lights off so that you can see that it is an actual flame that's under it. So you can use this to cook a warm up can of soup or anything such like so. These chafing dishes works well, but this is very primitive. So this is only what I would use to, like I said, if I want to do something quick and warm something, you know, relatively simple, like a can of ravioli or tomato soup or something like so, okay? And then you just snuff it like that to put it out. So you can use the chafing dishes, okay? So that will be the most primitive way, or one of the primitive ways of warming up something or doing a quick meal, okay? The next thing I have here is, of course, everybody knows about the, or hope everybody knows about the camp stove. Because I am a family of 3 and I usually cook more than one dish at a time, if my traditional stove, which is right here, is not working, then that means if I have this particular camp stove, I can only cook one thing at a time, which really keeps me in the kitchen and cooking a lot longer. So I have then invested in, if I can get it all into view, I can't, so I'm gonna have to just show you. Anyway, I bought a second camp stove. This is a 2-burner, so now I can at least cook 3 things at one time. And we both use butane canisters. Let me go ahead and pour this out, like so. And you can do use butane, and each one use butane. So on this side, get you closer, this butane can fits here, and then open this side here, and butane fits here, okay? Alrighty, family. So this would be the second, probably the most efficient way that I will be preparing meals for my family is to use the cook stove. Now again, if we're in a serious SHTF, grid down, cyber attacks, EMP attacks, you don't know when your electricity will come back up. I don't care how much butane or propane you store, at some point, the chances of you running out are very great. You could definitely run out of butane or propane if you're the normal person, because it takes a lot to store these canisters. So my next way of preparing or cooking a meal for my family, which is now we're into phase 3, is using my power station. All right, let me fix my situation here so you can see what I mean. And this is to use my power station with, this is an EcoFlow, and it is the EcoFlow Delta 2. So this is 1800 watts with the power boost up to whatever. I can't remember. There's a video on my playlist that talks about this power station. It gives you all of your stats on this. But what we're going to do is when all of these other ways have run out and I no longer have them, hopefully the sun will always shine. I have solar panels which will charge it. I am considering buying the alternator that comes with EcoFlow, where I can put it into my vehicle and it would charge this power station within an hour or two versus having to turn my car on and drive around for about 6 to 7 hours to power this back up in case the solar panel isn't getting enough power. But okay, I digressed and started talking about solar. But we're talking about cooking today. So this would run my Instapot, my electric skillet, and my crock pot, my old-fashioned vegetable steamer, rice steamer, all will run off of my power station. Okay, family, so as you can see, I have plugged in my Instapot to my power station here. Let me turn this on, sorry. It's kind of difficult working with this power station because it does some weird things. The plug is on one end and the power supply button is on the opposite end. Okay, so I'm trying to get everything into frame where you can see it all. So forgive me for moving this camera around on you guys. So as you can see, I'm at 99%, okay? And my Instapot is not turned on yet. So we're going to see just how long I will be able to run my Instapot with this power station at 99%. Give me 1 second to make sure that the power station in the back is on. So now my AC adapter is plugged in and is on. As you can see, the Instapot has now come on, okay? So nothing's on. I haven't set the timer, but let's go ahead and do it. So we're going to go with high. We're going to start with great expectations. And this will run on high for 4 hours. And hit start. Okay, we're going to do high. We're going to do 4 hours. And we're going to wait till it start up. All right. Now it has engaged. And you can hear the power station has clicked on. Let me turn my light back on a second. See. Okay. All right. Okay. So now this is set for 4 hours. At 4 hours, family, you can cook a roast. You can make soups. You can do stew, a steak. You can do a multitude of things in 4 hours. Okay, so it is kicking on and off. As it heats up, the more heat that's required of my Instapot, then it kicks the EcoFlow on and off. It keeps saying, now every time it comes on, it'll say it'll run for an hour here before the energy is gone. But it's not, because because this element kicks on and off, then the power that's being used here kicks on and off. This is still heating up and still very hot, okay? And as you can see, it is still cooking. It's just not pulling any of the watts right now. Okay, I have also now added my electric skillet here. And it is also on and running. Let me put it here. Both the Instapot is still going, along with my electric skillet, which is on. Okay, you can see that it's, put it in the frame so that you can, if I can, you can see that the light is on. Okay, it's on. So both items right now is going. My electric skillet along with my Instapot. And according to my EcoFlow, I'm at 1164 watts as an output, and this will go for 45 minutes. Both are on high, okay? Now that's how long my power station will last running both of these appliances at the same time. Now granted, I will never do this, okay? In an active situation, I will never use two electrical components on one power station. So this cycles on and off according to the heat that it needs, and so does my electric skillet. It cycles on and off. Okay? So just to save power, the LED light will go down. To get it to come back up, you just push the button and it kicks you back in. Okay? So again, these items will continue to cook and run because the heating elements on them heats up and down. I will never, I'm going to repeat it, I will never run two electrical components on one power station at one time. So whatever I'm choosing to cook, I will choose which one I would be using for that particular day. Okay? So if I'm using the Instapot will be the only thing that will get plugged into my power station, or my electric skillet will be the only thing that gets plugged into my power station. But as you can see, with both of these appliances plugged in at the same time, this is scheduled for 4 hours, but my power station running both will only go for 45 minutes, okay? At 60 megahertz. All right, so again, this is just a demonstration to show that the EcoFlow 1800 watt will run both my electric skillet as well as my Instapot. All right. Again, I'm not in an SHTF. I am not cooking using two electrical components on one power source. I would choose one or the other. But I wanted to show you that your EcoFlow can do it. Okay? It can do it. Would I be doing this? No, I will not. All right, family. Okay, to show you, family, that this Instapot was getting hot, or was hot, I'm going to go ahead and put a little water in here. Hopefully you can see the steam that's coming. You can't see the steam, but it definitely is steam coming off of here. This little pan is hot. So I just wanted to let you see that this is a true test, okay, to show that it was working. And my electric skillet, I have moved it. It is still warm, but to show you, that's what I'm talking about. And this is the heat from when it was plugged into the EcoFlow. So I just wanted to prove to you that I do run proper tests over here, and that yes, this is the way it was when it was on my EcoFlow. That it was, both pots were hot. Now, family, I have now charged or changed cooking apparatuses. I'm still using the EcoFlow with that same charge from earlier. I haven't recharged it. It still has the same amount of charge on here. All I did was change over to my crock pot. Okay, my crock pot is old. I fixed cranberry juice in it, so the cranberry has stained the inside of my pot. But trust me, it is clean, okay? I do have it set on high right now. My crock pot is on high. There's nothing in it, of course, but it is hot, okay? Alrighty. So we're going to allow this to get, it's really hot. We're going to allow this to get hotter. Once it does get hotter, and I can show you, this isn't as warm as my base here, okay? But I will show you. You can hear that. It's hot, okay? I don't recommend doing that. Please don't do that. But I want to be completely transparent with everything that I'm doing so that you'll know that I am truly running the test that I'm showing you, okay? And that I'm not doing a bait and switch or any of that cray-crayness, okay? But anyway, these are just showing you ways that I can cook in an SHTL. So my power station is still going. I'm now at 89%. On high, my crock pot can run on high for 2 hours. It's only putting out right now 336 watts of power. I'm going to put a little water in here. And as this water heat up, I'll come back and let you see that it has steamed and it is cooking, okay? Okay, family, I've come back. You can see that the inside of this lid is steamed up. And you can see that it is on and cooking, okay? I've just dipped my finger so that you can see the condensation, okay? So this is warm. And I'll be able to use, to cook for my family, my crock pot as well.